So I was born in Eritrea.
I was born in Eritrea. Eritrea is in East Africa.
I grew up in Asmara.
I was born in Eritrea.
Yeah, we grew up in a happy, big family with grandparents on both sides, uncles and aunts, cousins. Yeah, we had a big family. It was a happy childhood.
I grew up with my parents until I was around 12 years old when they decided to send me to my sister in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia at that time.
My dad is amazing, hardworking person. My mom is a leader for the house.
I was, very new to the culture, the language, and the place in Addis Ababa at that young age.
School back home is like half day, in Asmara it's half day. So either you go to the morning program or the afternoon.
The morning shift goes from 7:30 to noon, and the afternoon is from 12:30 to 5 p.m.
Second best student in my class in December of that year.
In Eritrea, there is like everyone has to go to military training. Everyone.
And then suddenly my parents and my siblings decided to, take me out to Europe because I had older siblings in Europe. And my age was at the age to do military service, so they wanted me to, avoid the military service.
After I finished high school, the Ethiopian army, they tried to recruit me, and then the reason why I ran away.
We wake up at 5. It was like military. Military is always military training, it's not fun. But we wake up at 5 o'clock and get in the morning, running, jogging, all the practice until 9 a.m. And then by 9 a.m. we return back and eat our breakfast and take a little break. And then after around 10, they start another training. The whole day was like training. The only break we got was just during our lunch time and dinner time in the morning. So for 2 months it was heavy training, military training.
From high school I went to Khartoum, Sudan, and then from Sudan I was so lucky enough to be in America. Oh my God, it was, I'm glad I was so young, but it was very rough. The first night we traveled from Eritrea, escaping, and then to go to Sudan. Oh my God, one of the worst raining day. And then when we went to sleep on the floor, the water was taking us to the river almost. And then it was very rough. And then we have to walk overnight. We have to hide it daytime. And then it took me, I think, over almost 2 weeks to cross, because if they catch you in the middle, they can kill you.
There's only one university in Eritrea. When I was there at that time, like this is, I'm talking about 22 years ago or 23 years ago, there was only one university, and to get into that university was very competitive. You have to be best of the best to get into that university.
Attended college there for about 6 years.
My dad was really strict about education, and he wanted us to be educated and self-sufficient. So he sent me here to study.
I was able to join into university and get my education on free basis. The only thing I would say is like we didn't have a lot of materials like here.
It was a lot harder than I expected.
So what happened was there was disagreement between university students and the government. The government requests the university students to do like summer work, and the students say like the money you are offering is not enough to survive for 2 months of summer, and the students were protesting, and then the government forced all the students, took us to this imprisoned place. No one knows where we were. He took us like using the bus and forcing us to take us to that place. And the place is called Galalo. It's like a very hot place. It's like to live there was very challenging. The first few days, sadly, two students, university students, died because of the heat, and there was not enough water prepared during that time. I feel so bad up to this time about those two students. But we were there for 2 months, and our parents, they were so worried about us because they didn't know where they took us. No one communicated to the parents, and we didn't have any phone, we didn't have anything to talk with our parents. During that time, I decided, as a person, okay, this is not, I know I love my country, I have a good childhood, but this is not a country for me for going forward. We are not fortunate enough. We don't have constitution in our country. We don't have free of speech. We don't have democracy because the government is very not good. Like, we are not fortunate enough to have like the president, the Eritrean president is like in power for 33 years, one person.
I have to speak up for them. It's my obligation to do that, and that's why I do participate in activism to, bring in about, justice, freedom of speech, freedom of movement, and freedom to live a fair life, free and fair life for all people, including those in Eritrea.
Currently I have a wonderful wife, wonderful children.
Right now, I'm married. I have 3 kids. I've got 2 kids. My oldest in college, and my youngest is going to high school.
My kids, 15, 16, and 18. They are wonderful kids. They inspire me every day. I learn a lot of things from them, and I hope they learn from me as well.
From my journey, I would say I learned to be adaptive to new environment.
Be honest with yourself and love what you do.
Here in this country, the sky is the limit.
We also have to appreciate the opportunities we get, especially here in our country, in the U.S.
Take the opportunities that you have. Go out there and make your dreams come true.